We go. 10 Lobo. Number 53.
6-man. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
General West. Slant. Check. Crunch.
2nd and 10. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 45-yard line.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
Yeah, they should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Hey, Charlie.
They're going to look to throw. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. And coughed it up, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week, 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Second down, Murray sets to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Hey, check. I'm coming.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Perry. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help. And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. On 2nd down now, it's Armstrong, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Check nickel. Watch out.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a second down coming up. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw, it's Murray. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert. On 3rd and inches.
44-yard line.
Let's go now. 70 ending. 58. Come on. All day, baby. All day. All day. All day. Spot.
Now Perry.
It's run, baby. It's run.
The 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Their own 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Here's 2nd and 8. Open is Powell. That's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards there, a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. 11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a first down as well. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Jacksonville.
They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Hassan Reddick in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
2nd and 15. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Ready. 18 Gator. Here we go. Go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much.
Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Set, ready? 70, Indy. You're not ready. You're not ready. Protein spill. Hey, Delta. Ready, ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Let's go, let's get this ball back for the offense, let's go. Hey, 58 is a Mike, go 58.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Go. Come to me, it's me. Mike, 53. Shoot.
Now back to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying,
and that's caught inside the 30. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
58, Mike. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. 58, Mike.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. But it'll be 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Perry.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff...
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. First down, Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. Murray now. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Riley Harrison. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with Perry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Perry. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Murray, a quick throw out to Kirk. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, his 5th touchdown now on the year. Here the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Josh Allen showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now a give, right side. It's Perry. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down, 3 down.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
60 yards. 53. Man, I got you. Spud. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Get it.
Now this time he'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jared Davis in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he's into the clear. 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7. Elsewhere, 2nd half is underway up in Orchard Park. The Bills, they're just pouring it on in that one. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Was looking for Ridley again, and that'll bring up second down. Throwing on second and 14. Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On first down, it's Perry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Murray now on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 10. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. He'll look to throw. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing.
Second and 10. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 45-yard line. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. He'll set up to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now this throw caught left side. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
After the penalty, it's Jones. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long. The Jaguars on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw here. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. 3rd down here.
Got it. 53 check. 61. Matchbox lights.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. The open man is Chark. It's complete. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrett Davis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the depth. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
They'll look to throw. This complete to Jones. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He's going to let it fly. This is caught. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 55 yards. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. And he will not get away. He sacked back around the 3-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cardinals, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.